This is November 3, Bravo Alpha Sierra.
Bravo Alpha Sierra, Roger. And what's the name there, please?
The name here is Brian. Bravo Romeo Yankee Alpha November.
Yes, sir. And where are you located?
I am located in western Pennsylvania, about 1 hour east of Pittsburgh.
Roger. And what radio are you running, sir?
I am running a Icon.
And what radio are you running, sir?
I was wondering, I heard you talk to the gentleman about his mic gain, and I was messing with mine this morning and wondered how mine was sounding.
Okay, I was just checking out some of my SDRs for a better path, but did you say you're running a 7300?
Roger, roger.
Okay, sir. You know, our setup is very generic. It starts with a compressor at a 3. So if you, we will get you as fat as we can get you there. If you go to your compressor, engage it at a 3. Roger?
Yep, I just changed it to a 3.
Okay, now go to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and you want to get that meter up so you can read what it's going. And the 1, 2, 3 won't get it. You have to really get some audio going there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You know, audio to get it up where you can read it. And with mic gain in hand, you want to adjust it for mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. All right, that was about halfway to 2/3, and it's just tickling the compressor.
Great, great. Exactly what we need there, sir. Now, give me 10 seconds or 15 about your antenna system.
Yeah, I am using a DX Commander as a vertical. It has 10, 20, 17, 15, and 40 on it at the moment. It's not running on the best setup on the side of the house here, but it seems to work pretty good for right now.
Roger that. Okay, I have a game that sometimes we suggest that one play, and it has to do with keeping the modulation up to the sweet spot. So I'm assuming that you're running the Barefoot 7300. Is that a Roger?
That is a Roger.
Okay, you have an output meter that shows you where the sweet spot is there, like at 100 watts. So now what you want to do with your voice is try to keep that meter up at 100 watts. And you can do that through two things. First is the rate of speech. So you want to advance your rate of speech just a little bit. Not like that, you know, but just enough to keep that meter up. The challenge is to keep the meter in the sweet spot as much as you can. And you do that by the rate of speech and by the similarity of the amplitude of your words. That is, you try to keep your words at about the same level to help your processors process. Roger?
Yeah, that is Roger. I could probably talk a little bit quicker. Sometimes, being new at this, I sometimes run out of stuff to say, but I can see where you're going with that.
Roger, it makes for a much fuller signal, you know, and also, you know, as you're looking at it, you know, you're not going to be able to do that right off perfect, and it takes years actually of practice to be able to keep the meter in the sweet spot. But you know, it's always interesting to work with it as much as you can. You develop an eyesight of what's happening with your voice level, and so you don't play games about moving off mic back like that or something, or to the side, off to the, you know, you're concentrating on what you're doing, Roger.
I totally agree with you there. It's something I'm learning. I tend to maybe flick my wrist around and move my head a little bit like I'm talking to someone if they were just in front of me. But yeah, I do tend to probably get a better mic down the road, but we'll look at that. With those adjustments, if it sounds good, it's clear, it's not overcompensating, is it?
Roger. Now, what mic are you using on that 7300?
I'm just using the stock mic.
Yes, sir. Well, that stock mic happens to be one of the greatest microphones in the world for that radio. In order to switch mics and wind up with the same audio ballistics that hand mic has, you're going to be spending $250 or so, Roger.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I will probably be using this one for a little while until I get used to it and learn a little bit more about the radio. Over.
Roger, there is no compromise in using that microphone. That is an excellent, they went outstanding as far as the development of that hand mic for that radio. It's hard to make that mic sound bad. Now, there is a couple of hints I can give you about working that microphone. First, never work directly into that hand mic. Pull it to the side of your mouth where it touches your cheek and work across it. Pull it to the side of your cheek and just work across the microphone. Roger?
Roger. I was trying that out earlier today so that I wasn't talking directly into it. And, unless someone says anything, it's hard to tell if it's causing a problem with those T's and those S's.
Right. Well, the thing is, anytime you work directly into that mic, it's going to, give you some plosive problems. So you to avoid that, you want to just absolutely pull it where it touches the side of your mouth and just work across it, and that will minimize everything. And actually, if you went down to your local music store and got a foam windscreen, you could just slip that over the microphone, and then you could work that mic any way you want to. Of course, you'd need to put a little bit of what do you call that white tape? I forget what it is. Masking tape on the right side of the microphone, the correct side of the microphone, because that windscreen slips over the mic so well that you can't, easily tell which end of the mic you're working there. So you have to kind of mark it with a little piece of tape so you know when you're working it correctly. Roger?
Yeah, I totally get you there. That makes sense. I might give that a try here when I get a chance.
Roger, Brian. Well, I think we've got it for now. Your EQ sounds good. Do you know how to get to your sideband equalization?
Can you repeat that? I was getting some the QRM on that one.
Oh, do you know how to get to your transmit equalization?
I believe I do. Yes.
Just out of curiosity, would you go there and tell me what readings you have at the moment?
You're talking about treble and bass?
Yes, sir.
My bass is at -1. My treble's at +2.
Okay, take your bass to 1. Bring your bass up to flat. I think you've got enough top end that you could use a little more bottom. Roger?
Roger. I just set it to a 1, and my treble's still at a 2.
Okay, boost your treble by 1 to a 3.
Roger. I'm now at a 3.
Okay, and tell me about the best thing you like about your 7300.
Well, it seems to work very well with everything that I want to do with it right now. It's nice size. It's relatively easy to use, being a new ham, and everybody has one, so if you have a problem, you can talk to somebody and they can help you out like you're helping me out right now.
Roger, well, that is, like I said, that is the radio of the century. Just a beautiful radio. My Omer got me one that I could play with for about 3 months. I ran it mostly in the receive mode. I'll give you some hints there. The best way to run that radio is in the filter 1 position. Filter 1 position, and as far as the band pass, you want to always run that radio 100 to 2900. There are 3 capabilities for that radio, the different band passes, but what you need to do is set all 3 of those band passes to 100 to 2900, so there is no ability to operate it any other way than 100 to 2900. The next thing is for your noise blanker. I would leave that off, and also for the noise reduction, I would leave that off. It's a lot cleaner with those 2 items off. Roger? Roger, you fell under my noise. But anyway, the thing is, that radio, if you do run, other than 100 to 2900, you shoot yourself in the foot. Some folks, when they're running contesting, they feel like they need to pull the to the bandpass down to other modes other than 100 to 2900. But what happens as soon as you change that and you start rolling off that top end, you shoot yourself in the foot, because what you're trying to do is to be understood. The words, that's the important thing. And when you start restricting the bandpass, you start rolling off the top end first, and there goes the neighborhood as far as the syllabic range, which handles pretty much all of the articulation. Roger? Okay, Brian, pretty much lost you there. So let me say that we'll say 73 to you, sir, and wish you a great weekend. And maybe if you get a chance, join us next Friday. In between now and then, if you want to hear what your audio sounds like, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 10/16/20, that will take you to this recording. Roger?
So I really appreciate it. KC9VKV from November 3, Bravo Alpha Sierra, 73. Have a good day.
Roger, Roger, Brian. 73. This is KC9VKV, and we're doing the Qso-Vlog net from now until 5. So if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.